What's going on? Hashtag Burritos Nation. It's your boy, Jacob, the Rainbow Warrior here, aka Lucha Araña, the Fighting Spider. I came up with that, I guess. And here's my crazy hair that needs to get a haircut. I need a haircut desperately, and maybe I'll get one before All Out, but I don't know. It's almost Friday. It's Saturday night, and I'm insanely happy. I don't know if you guys saw the small video that I did where I was just laying in bed, but I am going to AEW All Out. Very, very excited. I'm glad that they're doing socially distanced things, so don't have to worry too much. I'm still a little nervous about it, but I need something for my mental health because it's been crazy not doing anything for, it feels like, forever. I have not done something super fun like go to a wrestling show since, I don't know, last time I went to a wrestling show in Chicago, Illinois, February 29th of this year at Revolution, which was amazing. But I am going to AEW All Out, and this video, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be doing the predictions. It's probably going to be a long video like I always do. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and you guys are going to hear me lose my voice from talking a bunch. Not lose my voice, but my voice will get really dry. And anyways, let's get straight on to it. We got 9 matches on the card. 8 are going to be live. 1 is actually pre-taped, and this should be very interesting. The pre-tape matches on the buy-in, which Tony Khan, in fact, in a press conference said to let people know that are upset about them being in the buy-in, Britt Baker and Big Swole. The buy-in is not a pre-show. That's what he doesn't see it as. He just sees it as a way of getting people to come in. That's why every single buy-in that there's been in AEW has been an amazing match. It's always been really good, and I really like that AEW puts actual effort in having their buy-ins, or pre-shows if you want to say, really, really good. All right, but anyways, we got the buy-in is a tooth and nail match between Britt Baker and Big Swole. Of course, they've had a feud going on here. I really, really love how AEW's made this a feud, even though the fact that Britt Baker actually hurt herself, that spot with Nyla Rose and I believe Chris Statlander, I can't remember who else was involved, but Nyla landed on her leg, and it was, I believe, Britt's fault where she moved in, but still, nonetheless, it was terrible that she had to get hurt, but it was really cool that they kept her on television a lot, doing a lot of promo. She's one of the best, if not the best, on the mic when it comes to the women's division. And I really like that they eventually did that 3-on-1 handicap match where Britt, you know, she's already healed, but she was still in the wheelchair. And as she said, basically, if you can beat me in the 3-on-1 handicap match, I'll give you any match you want at All Out. And Big Swole won, and now we have her against Britt Baker at All Out. So now I guess this is the point where I tell you guys who I think I'm going to win. I didn't actually think this through. I always, whenever I do this, I write down my the card, and I don't think ahead of time really much of who I'm going to pick. So thinking on a whim right here, who I think is going to win, Big Swole or Britt Baker? I think that Big Swole's going to win, because I think that we're eventually going to get to the point where Big Swole's going to get a title shot. I believe that she's ranked number 2. Britt Baker has a losing record, but she's still barely in that 5 spot. But of course, there is a lot of female wrestlers that are stuck in Japan and stuff like that. But yes, I'm going with Big Swole to get the W. All right, match 2 of the night, starting the actual main card. I think this is the wrong thing. I'll show you guys the wrong stuff. All right. The main card we got right here, we got the Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express. Now this right here is the only match on the card that does not have any type of build. It's a match that was kind of thrown together last second on Dynamite, this last Dynamite, where it was Jurassic Express and the Young Bucks going up against SCU, Frankie, and Christopher Daniels against Private Party, Quinn, and Cassidy. The winning team of the 8-man tag, they actually face each other at All Out, and ended up being Bucks and Jurassic Express won. So, but very interesting, with Hangman Page turning on the Young Bucks, this last Dynamite, you could see some intensity in the Bucks, and them not wanting to like shake hands or anything, or even getting their hands raised by the referee after they beat after they won the match. They didn't even stay along to like celebrate at all or anything with Jurassic Express, which I understand a little bit because they're going to be facing them at All Out, but the fact that they just seem a little different, and the fact that Kenny Omega's been teasing turning into the Cleaner, it makes me think maybe the Young Bucks will jump Jurassic Express after the match. I'm going with a bold prediction here, and I think that we get the upset here, and Jurassic Express wins the match, but after the match, the Young Bucks attack Jurassic Express, and we get some type of, I don't know if it'll be necessarily a heel turn yet, but there's definitely going to be some frustration after Hangman cost them a shot at the championships. All right, now we got ourselves a big 8-man tag. Of course, this is coming off of the huge Dynamite a couple or 2 or 3 weeks ago where Brody Lee completely demolished Cody after it finally caught up to Cody having all those open challenges for the TNT Championship. And Brody Lee attacked Cody afterwards. Then we had the Dark Order attacking all the Nightmare family. Scorpio Sky even came out to help the next week, as well as Matt Cardona. Anna Jay the week before was choked out that same night with Cody losing the title, choked out by Anna Jay. Brandy Rhodes was choked out by Anna Jay. And so yeah. And now we got this big 8-man tag. We have the Dark Order, Colt Cabana, somewhat part of the Dark Order. He likes winning, that's for sure. Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and Mr. Brody Lee, the TNT champion, going against the Nightmare family of Matt Cardona, Scorpio Sky, who looks like he's joined in somewhat, and the Natural Nightmares, which is Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall. Who do I think is going to win here? I would think that the Dark Order would win because they're on a rule. But then again, I think that that we got to get a challenger for Brody Lee soon, and we're not doing open challenges anymore because of the fact he says he doesn't want to give open challenges. So I think that possibly we'll have the Nightmare family win and eventually have Sky get a title shot because he is, I believe, still in the top 5 rankings. So I'm going to be going back and forth here, but I'm going to go with the Nightmare family. He's going to get a surprise win, maybe a roll-up or something like that. That will surprise something. Maybe Brody Lee will be pattering out of the ring, running out of the ring and stuff like that. All right, now we got the big 21-man Casino Battle Royale, the first male Casino Battle Royale since the first show ever in AEW Dynamite or AEW history at Double or Nothing 2019. Where Hangman and Page actually won that. So far, what I believe we have announced, there's 13 out of the 21. We have ourselves Eddie Kingston, the Lucha Bros, Rey Fenix, and Pentagon Jr., Butcher and the Blade, Santana y Ortiz, Best Friends, which is, of course, Chucky T and Trent, Darby Allin, Ricky Starks, Brian Cage, and Lance Archer. And I believe also, and Sean Spears, so 14. I am going on a shocking note here. I'm going to make a very bold prediction here because I've always believed in him ever since he turned heel on Cody last year and attacked him with the chair. So you know what I'm going with now. I think that Sean Spears has an opportunity to be one of the biggest heels in AEW. I just can see it in his entrance, the bad butt entrance he's got going on, trying to keep the PG for the channel. But I just really love him with Tully Blanchard. I could see the 4 Horsemen starting up pretty soon as well with him and FTR, possibly Hangman. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But I am going with a bold prediction. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm going to predict it anyways. I'm going to say Sean Spears is winning the Battle Royale. It'll be interesting to see if we see any predictions. I don't know if Pac will be able to come back yet. Pac or Pac, whatever you want to call him. But I'm going with Sean Spears is going to win the Casino Battle Royale and get a World Championship shot in the future. So yes. All right. So we have Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara in the first ever Broken Rules match. So Broken Rules match, when we go over the rules right here, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, it's not going to sound like anything different really than a last man standing match, which from on paper it's really not. But with AEW's creativity, it's going to be probably more like a street fight, and it's going to have probably like a lot of different things where AEW does crazy stuff. Like they've done some DDT Pro stuff where they've jumped off of like crazy high things and stuff. I don't know. But Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara, and it looks like when I've seen Matt Hardy, if he loses, he leaves AEW. Now this would make you think Matt Hardy's not going to leave yet, right? There's no way he's leaving. So obviously Matt Hardy has to win, right? Now I am thinking of loopholes because Matt Hardy, of course, has multiple personas. Whether it's Broken Matt, Matthew Hardy, version 1, we got a Matter of Fact Matt, we got Big Money Matt. So I'm thinking here that Sammy Guevara is winning, and then Matt Hardy's going to be taking some time off because of the fact that maybe just to be with his family, but also because I'm sure that he's a little bummed out that He didn't get to get that huge pop and stuff and be in front of a big crowd and stuff. So maybe, I don't know if he'll wait that long, but I think that Sammy Guevara is going to win, and Matt Hardy's going to have to leave AEW. But he's going to come back as either Damascus or Broken Matter, or maybe just a completely gone crazy Matt Hardy, where he's going back and forth between gimmicks. So I think that Sammy Guevara is going to win the match, and then Matt Hardy will come back eventually when crowds are more here or something like that. So yep. All right, big match. Very excited for this match. Chris Jericho versus freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, the Lazy Sloth, and it is going to be in the first ever Mimosa Mayhem match. Now, you know it's going to be a good match. It sounds kind of interesting at first. Some people might think it sounds dumb by the name. Maybe if we're in a different company, it might end up being dumb, and you guys are going to hate me for saying that. I'm just saying, AEW, whenever they do these type of gimmick matches, it's always been good. It might not sound like the coolest name to you, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be great considering it's involving Jericho, and everything involving Jericho is amazing. So, Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy in the first ever Mimosa Mayhem match, where only 3 ways there are to win. We have pin, submission, or by throwing your opponent into the tank of a little bit of the bubbly and orange juice mixed together. So, who's going to win this match? I was thinking, are they really going to have Chris Jericho lose to Orange Cassidy twice in a row? And I was like, there's no way. Jericho's got to win, right? And I was like, you know what? I think actually Jericho is going to put over Orange Cassidy here. So Orange Cassidy's going to win, and I think he's going to end up in the tank for a cool spot where the crowd goes nuts and stuff like that. And it should be a funny ending. But I think it's going to be a good match, though, like an actually good fought match, though, as well. I mean, anything goes, too, so there's probably going to be some weapons involved as well. Be interesting to see if Jericho brings the bag of oranges again, or Orange Cassidy brings something as well, maybe some bottles and stuff that they might be hitting each other with. But yeah. I think that Orange Cassidy wins, and it's a huge win for his career. Obviously, beating Jericho twice, I could obviously be completely thrown off and wrong here. And then, of course, if for those of you that think that Jericho will be buried, Jericho reinvents himself all the time. He can never be buried, and he can always take off some time and then come back with a bang. So, and that's what I think would happen if he does in fact lose this match. That he might just take some time off. I don't know, but. Yes, Orange Cassidy's going to win that match, I think. This match right here, the next match, I believe is going to be the best match of the night, possibly. It is a cross-promotion match between All Elite Wrestling and the National Wrestling Alliance, AEW and NWA, and I'm so darn excited about this. It's 2 of my favorite female wrestlers, 2 of my favorite wrestlers, period, in the world right now. We got the All Elite Wrestling Women's World Champion, Hikaru Shida, going up against the National Wrestling Alliance Women's World Champion, Thunder Rosa. This match is going to be fantastic, back and forth. I cannot see Shida losing the title, obviously, because, AEW's done crazy stuff in the past that have been shocking, but I do not see her losing. But regardless, this is going to be an amazing match, and I think that this will be match of the night, and that's crazy considering we have also the tag team championship match, the world championship match, Mimosa Mayhem match, the big battle royal. Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara is going to be awesome too, which Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara, I didn't even do that justice when I was talking about it. It's been the best storyline in the last 6 months. I mean, just going with they both beat each other once, but they've been constantly going at each other. The bleeding, the side of the head from Sammy, the crazy chair shot that was very unsafe by Sammy Guevara, just a bunch of crazy stuff. But anyways, Shida is going to be defeating Thunder Rosa, I believe. So Thunder Rosa is going to put on a great match, and I really hope that this opens up the door to a partnership. I think it's just great for the whole entire industry if companies work together, especially against WWE. And I'm not trying to be anti-WWE. I still watch their pay-per-views, and I still watch NXT all the time. I love NXT. I just think that it's better for the industry for there to be big competition, and other companies working together would be fantastic. So yes. All right, so Shida is going to beat Thunder Rosa, I believe. Next match, the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. Oh my goodness. The Revival was it was my favorite tag team in WWE and NXT, and I was so darn upset with all the fact that they were used horribly when they were on Raw and SmackDown. You're going to say, oh, Jacob, stop complaining. They won multiple tag team championships. WWE doesn't care about their tag titles. Just because you win a title doesn't mean anything, and especially in the tag team division. You got to be actually booked properly. I mean, you can like write up a match for a guy to win a title. It doesn't mean anything if you're not booked properly. Title doesn't mean everything, and Jericho shows that throughout all the years. He can be the biggest draw without a title even being on the line. There's guys that need championships, and there are guys that you don't. And unfortunately, WWE doesn't care about their tag division, in my opinion. But AEW loves tag teams, and it's possibly the biggest part of their entire show. World Tag Team Championships, Hangman and Kenny Omega, who there's been tension. Oh boy, there has been tension. And especially with the whole entire elite, with Hangman recently costing him. And then, oh man, and FTR this last Wednesday saying, basically, Hangman screwed Hangman. We didn't do anything. This was all you, Hangman, doing this. But they're going up against FTR, Fear the Revelation, F the Revival, anything you want to say, whatever, FTR, for the Revolution. Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. Who's going to win this match? I believe that finally the longest reigning champions in AEW history, which is in fact Hangman and Kenny, they have held the championships longer than any champion of any belt in AEW history, over 200 days. I don't know the exact count right now, but it's way over 200. And I believe FTR is winning those titles. And man, there's something crazy that could happen. Tony Khan's also promised some surprises on Dynamite the Wednesday after. There's a lot of crazy stuff that could happen here, but I believe there's got to be pretty soon here. There's going to be a turn. Either it's going to be Hangman or it's going to be Kenny. It's very possible that Hangman could be fed up at the end, and he ends up turning on Kenny and joins the Revival. And we have that four horsemen with Hangman, FTR, and Spears. But it's also very possible, with the teases going on with Kenny, that Kenny could do the swerve and turn on Hangman. There's a lot of crazy stuff that could happen. I'm very excited about it. And I think it's happening soon, because I really, really do believe that FTR is becoming the third ever All Elite Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Very excited for that match. And then we have our main event of the evening. Our main event. The All Elite Wrestling World Champion, Jon Moxley. I didn't do that justice. Sorry about that, Justin Roberts. But Jon Moxley versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. And this match should be really good. I was at first starting to lean towards MJF, because no one's been able to beat Moxley no matter what. But MJF also, on the other hand, has defeated Cody, who was pretty much unbeatable for the longest time. But of course, he had the Diamond Ring to cheat and defeat Cody at Revolution. So if anyone's going to beat someone, it's going to be from cheating, right? But on the other hand, I'm starting to think, man, after I could see Moxley winning and then defeating also the person who wins the Casino Battle Royale, whoever wins that, and then we end up having the cleaner Kenny Omega getting a title shot. Just imagine, out of all the guys to beat Jon Moxley and finally dethrone him, I think it'd be perfect if it were Kenny Omega. On the other hand, though, also, I'm saying here, I would be completely fine and be very satisfied and happy if MJF became the All Elite Wrestling World Champion this Saturday, because I love MJF. I love Moxley too, but I would love to see MJF become champion. Is he ready yet, though? I think he's ready, but should he be the one to defeat Moxley? I don't know. I'm torn here. I would love to see it happen, but on the other hand, I would also love to see Kenny Omega take the championship from Moxley and get a revenge from Full Gear 2019 in the Lights Out Unsanctioned match. Oh my gosh, so much crazy stuff could happen. AEW is so unpredictable, like that. I don't know what they're going to go with these storylines. There's so many awesome storylines going on with the Elite. We got Dark Order, we got FTR, we got just Hangman and Kenny. We could just, oh man, I don't know what's going to happen, but all I know is that All Elite Wrestling, AEW All Out, is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I'm very excited about it. Not looking forward to the flight, not looking forward to the humidity, not looking forward to the anxiety I'll get from being out where there's a lot of COVID. But I'm going to be as safe as I possibly can, as I always am. And I'm very excited for this show. I am extremely excited for the show. And let me know in the comments below what you guys are excited about. Let me know in the comments below as well what you think for your predictions as well. And yeah, I'm going to run through them really fast just in case you guys want to skip to the end of this video instead of hearing me talk. All right. I'm running through them really fast again. I believe that Big Swole will defeat Britt Baker. Jurassic Express will defeat the Young Bucks. Nightmare Family will defeat Dark Order. Bold prediction here. Shawn Spears wins the AEW Casino Battle Royale for #1 contenders match for the World Championship. Sammy Guevara defeats Matt Hardy. He has to leave AEW, but he eventually comes back as another gimmick. And then Orange Cassidy defeats Chris Jericho. The AEW Women's World Champion Hikaru Shida defeats NWA Women's World Champion Thunder Rosa. Try to roll my R's. Thunder Rosa. All right. AEW World Tag Team Championships. Hangman and Kenny lose the titles. So FTR wins the championships, the tag team championships from Hangman and Kenny. And then we have AEW World Championship match. We have Jon Moxley versus MJF, and I think that Jon Moxley is going to retain the championship and still keep this reign going until eventually the cleaner shows up. Wish I had some sunglasses right now. But yes, I'm excited to see the cleaner. It's already been shown. If you look on All Elite Wrestling's AEW's site, and it shows the records and the names of the wrestlers, they've changed his nickname, like very secretively, from the Best Bout Machine to to the cleaner. And apparently it happened around like 6 or 7 weeks ago. Someone found figured it out. It was right after he attacked Marco, or it was right when we saw where he started to turn a little bit in his head and go a little crazy. I'm very excited for AEW All Out. Let me know in the comments if you guys are excited. I will be doing a vlog probably. I will start recording some stuff. I actually just figured out how to back up some videos and stuff so I can have space on my phone to record stuff. Anyways, love you guys so much, and I'll see all of y'all #Burritos Nation. Later. We're doing a vlog. AEW All Out. We don't want no ham and cheese. We just want burritos, please. Yeah.